What if I told you that one of history's greatest treasures vanished without a trace? In the early hours of Friday, October 13th, 1307, the Templars were hunted down and exterminated. But when the troops stormed their castles, the Order's legendary treasure was already gone. Where did it go? Who managed to hide it? To this day, explorers and historians search for clues to this mystery, and what they have discovered could change everything we know about history. Stay until the end to uncover the truth they never told you. But first, subscribe to the channel for more mysteries like this. At the height of the Middle Ages, the Knights Templar were more than just a military order. They were bankers, warriors, and guardians of sacred secrets. Founded in 1119, the order was officially created to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem. But behind the scenes, they were amassing wealth, knowledge, and influence, unlike any other organization of their time. With the protection of the Catholic Church and powerful alliances with European monarchs, the Templars built a financial empire that surpassed the wealth of many kings. They were the first to develop an international banking system, allowing nobles and merchants to deposit their wealth in a Templar castle in Europe and withdraw it in Jerusalem, an unthinkable concept for that time. But that fortune was just the tip of the iceberg. There was something more, something that many believe was the Templars' true secret, hidden knowledge and sacred artifacts that could change the history of Christianity. Many believe the Templars possessed priceless biblical relics, including the Holy Grail, the chalice said to have been used by Jesus at the Last Supper, the Ark of the Covenant, the sacred chest that, according to the Bible, contained the tablets of the law given to Moses, secret manuscripts, texts that could reveal hidden truths about Jesus, the Church, and Christianity itself. These speculations arose because, after capturing Jerusalem, the Templars allegedly excavated the ruins of Solomon's Temple, uncovering treasures and classified documents. This could explain why they became so powerful and why they were so fiercely persecuted. But there was a problem. Where was this wealth? Where were these relics? If the Templars truly possessed such treasures, why was nothing ever found after the fall of the Order? The answer may lie in the fateful day of October 13th, 1307, when the Templars were betrayed, and part of this secret was lost forever. For nearly 2 centuries, the Knights Templar were untouchable, with immeasurable wealth, a powerful naval fleet, and influence over popes and kings. Their rise seemed unstoppable. However, the greater the power, the greater the number of enemies. At the beginning of the 14th century, the Order faced a silent crisis. With the loss of the Holy Land to the Muslims, many nobles began to question the purpose of the Templars. They were no longer the great defenders of Jerusalem, so why were they still accumulating so much wealth and privilege? It was in this scenario that a deadly enemy decided to end them once and for all. King Philip IV of France. Philip IV, known as Philip the Fair, was drowning in debt to the Templars. He had taken enormous loans to finance wars, and the only way to free himself from this situation was to destroy the Order and seize its wealth. In secret, Philip began spreading rumors that the Templars were heretics and practiced forbidden rituals. The accusations were devastating. Worship of pagan idols, denial of Christ, and spitting on the cross during initiations, practices of witchcraft and sodomy, secret sacrifices in dark rituals. These allegations had no concrete evidence, but they were enough to convince Pope Clement V, an ally of the king, to take action. And then came the fateful day. In the early hours of October 13, 1307, one of the most enigmatic days in history, King Philip issued a secret order. All Templars in France were to be arrested simultaneously at dawn. It was a brutal blow. Hundreds of Knights Templar were dragged from their beds, captured and thrown into dungeons. The Grand Master of the Order, Jacques de Molay, was also arrested and tortured. Those who survived the dungeons were put on trial under relentless torture. Many confessed to crimes they had never committed, simply to end their suffering. But something was strange. The Templar castles and fortresses were not filled with gold, as the king had expected. The legendary Templar treasure was nowhere to be found. Something didn't add up. Where had the Order's wealth gone? Reports indicate that the Templars already knew of the betrayal and had time to act. Did they manage to escape? Did they hide their secrets? One way or another, the king destroyed the Templars, but never found the treasure he desperately sought. But what happened to it? The answer may lie in an even more puzzling event: the disappearance of the Templar fleet. After King Philip IV's betrayal, hundreds of Templars were arrested and sentenced. Their castles were looted, their lands confiscated, and their fortune, in theory, should have fallen into the king's hands. But something mysterious happened. The Templar treasure simply disappeared. No gold, no silver, no sacred relics were found in the Order's fortresses. This fueled a mystery that would span centuries. Where did the Templars' fortune go? Before the persecution, the Order had already seen signs that something was wrong. A few weeks before the fateful Friday, October 13, 1307, the Templar leaders allegedly began moving their most valuable assets. Historical accounts indicate that on the night before the arrests, a Templar fleet mysteriously departed from the port of La Rochelle, France, and vanished into the ocean. The ships were loaded with sealed chests and unknown artifacts. But the biggest question remains: where did they go? There are several theories about the fate of the Templar treasure. Scotland. Some believe the Templars fled to Scotland, which was at war with England and not under the Pope's control. There they are said to have joined the Freemasons and hidden their wealth. Portugal. Another theory suggests that the Templars found refuge in Portugal, where the Order was renamed the Order of Christ, continuing their activities in secret. North America. One of the boldest theories suggests that the Templars discovered America before Columbus and took their treasure to a safe place far from Europe's reach. The famous mystery of Oak Island, Canada, is frequently linked to the Templars. The Vatican. Some researchers believe that part of the Templars' secret knowledge ended up in the Vatican's vaults, where it remains hidden from the public to this day. But one thing is certain: none of these theories have ever been fully confirmed. To this day, no historian has found definitive proof of the Templar treasure's whereabouts. If it really exists, why has it never been found? The answer may lie in the secrets the Templars took with them, and in the connections they maintained with secret societies that still exist today. On the night of October 12, 1307, one day before the great persecution of the Templars, something strange happened at the port of La Rochelle, France. Several Templar ships were ready to set sail, loaded with mysterious chests and accompanied by high-ranking Knights of the Order. But where were they going, and what were they carrying? The next day, when King Philip IV's soldiers arrived at the port to seize the Templars' possessions, the ships had already vanished without a trace. The disappearance of this fleet became one of history's greatest enigmas. The Templars' escape sparked many theories. Many believe that the Knights were one step ahead of the king and had already planned their escape route. But where did they go? Scotland, one of the most likely destinations. Scotland was at war with England and was not under the Pope's control, making it a safe haven. Some legends suggest that the Templars helped Robert the Bruce in the Battle of Bannockburn 1314, and in return were given refuge. Some historians link this to the origins of Freemasonry. Portugal. Another possible destination was Portugal, where the Templars were protected by King Denis and reorganized as the Order of Christ. Interestingly, years later, Portuguese explorers such as Pedro Álvares Cabral and Vasco da Gama used the Templar cross on their sails. North America. One of the boldest theories suggests that the Templars discovered America before Columbus. Some researchers believe that Oak Island, Canada, could be one of the locations where the Templar treasure was buried. Middle East. Other historians speculate that the Templars returned to the Middle East, taking their knowledge and wealth to ancient fortresses in Cyprus and Ethiopia. Regardless of the destination, the big question remains. If the Templars managed to escape with their treasure, is it still hidden somewhere in the world? But there is something even more disturbing. Many believe that the Templars never truly disappeared, but instead continued operating in the shadows through secret societies. And this leads us to a new mystery. Were the Templars really extinct? The official story claims that after the persecution of 1307, the Knights Templar were wiped out. But evidence suggests that they never truly vanished. In fact, many believe that the Templars secretly reorganized, infiltrating new orders and maintaining their influence behind the scenes of power. The surviving knights, with their vast fortune and hidden secrets, may have joined secret societies that still exist today. But which societies could these be? The strongest theory suggests that the Templars were the forerunners of Freemasonry. Freemasonry is a secret society that emerged in the 17th century, but many believe that its roots trace directly back to surviving Templars. Some clues reinforce this connection. Common symbols, the Templar cross, the sword, and the eight-pointed star frequently appear in Masonic rituals. Secret oaths, like the Templars, Freemasons take vows of loyalty and silence. Portugal and the Order of Christ. In Portugal, the Templars were not dissolved. They simply changed their name and became the Order of Christ, which later financed the Age of Exploration. Many Portuguese explorers, such as Vasco da Gama and Pedro Álvares Cabral, used the Templar cross on their ships. These coincidences suggest that the Templars not only survived, but also influenced major events in Western history. Another controversial theory suggests that the Templars were the true founders of the Illuminati. The Illuminati, officially founded in 1776, supposedly seek global control through the manipulation of governments and societies. Some scholars point to similarities between the organizational structures of the Templars and the Illuminati, suggesting that ancient Templar knowledge may have been preserved within this secret organization. If this theory is true, the secrets of the Templars were never lost, only hidden in the shadows. But if this conspiracy is real, why has the location of the Templar treasure never been revealed? The answer may lie in the next piece of this puzzle: the modern search for the lost treasure. For centuries, explorers, treasure hunters, and archaeologists have searched for the legendary Templar treasure. But to this day, it has never been officially found. Does the treasure really exist? Or was it hidden so well that it will never be discovered? Some believe that clues are still out there, waiting to be deciphered. And in fact, throughout history, several expeditions have been conducted in search of the Templars' hidden riches. One of the most mysterious search sites, Oak Island. One of the most enigmatic locations linked to the Templars is Oak Island, a small island off the coast of Canada. Since the 18th century, there have been rumors that a great treasure is buried there. The site features a mysterious pit known as the Money Pit, which has defied excavations for centuries. Curiously, some evidence suggests that the Templars may have reached North America before Columbus. Could Oak Island be the final hiding place of the Templar treasure? In Portugal, the city of Tomar is considered the last Templar stronghold. There, the Order of the Templars was renamed the Order of Christ, continuing to exist under the king's protection. At the Convent of Christ, there are hidden symbols and secret chambers that may contain clues about the Templars' missing fortune. Many believe that part of the treasure is hidden within underground tunnels, which have never been fully explored. Another mysterious site frequently linked to the Templars is Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland. Built in the 15th century, the chapel contains enigmatic symbols and legends, suggesting that sacred Templar relics may be hidden there, including the Holy Grail. But to this day, nothing has been found. Many theorists believe that the true treasure of the Templars was never gold or silver, but forbidden knowledge. If this is true, the Church may have confiscated Templar documents and relics and kept everything secret within the Vatican secret archives. After all, if the Templars discovered secrets that could change the history of Christianity, the Church would have every reason to keep them hidden. If so many explorers have spent centuries searching for the treasure, why has no one ever found it? Here are some possible explanations. The treasure never existed. Perhaps the true treasure of the Templars was not material wealth, but their influence and knowledge. It was hidden so well that it will never be found. Only those within secret societies would have access to the clues. It was already discovered but kept secret. Someone may have found the treasure, but never revealed it to the world. Either way, the mystery remains alive. And if it is ever found, what secrets about humanity could it reveal? But there is something even more unsettling. If this treasure really holds truths that could change history, is the world ready for it? For centuries, the mystery of the lost Templar treasure has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and treasure hunters. But what if this treasure is much more than just gold and jewels? What if the true treasure of the Templars is a secret so powerful that it could rewrite history as we know it? If the Templars truly possessed the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, or forbidden documents about the true origins of Christianity, it would mean that the official history we were told has been manipulated. Their secrets could shake the foundations of the Church, monarchies, and the great powers that benefit from the official version of history. This would explain why, despite centuries of searching, this treasure has never been officially found. Was it buried forever, or was it safeguarded and protected by secret societies that still exist today? The connection between the Templars and societies like Freemasonry and the Illuminati raises an even more intriguing question. If the Templars managed to escape and hide their knowledge, could their descendants still be protecting this secret today? What if some of the most powerful people in the world know the truth and are keeping it hidden to maintain control? This theory would explain why we have never heard of the discovery of a true Templar treasure. Perhaps it was never lost. Perhaps it has been protected until today. And perhaps the world is not ready to know the truth. If the Templar treasure is ever found, it will not only bring unimaginable wealth, but could reveal secrets capable of changing the course of humanity. But there is one final question. Should the secrets of the Templars even be revealed, or is there something so powerful hidden within this mystery that it is better left buried forever? This is a question that may never be answered. Or perhaps someone already has the answer and is hiding the truth from the world. What do you think?